Hello and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft 360 Season 2 Episode 59. Something close to that. We're just getting close to the working, or what is it, welding temperature. Yeah, I really need to get back into this. We need to get this to orange. And luckily they're all heating at the same temperature, so I don't have to worry about that as much. I do know that bronze needs a slight, I think it's orange 2 before it's usable for welding. Oh, whoa, 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 get them out, get them out, get them out, get them out. I was not paying attention. There we go. There we go. And toss this one in. It's warming up. Cool these down. Cool these down. Good. We need one more. Everything's looking up. We can actually soon remove this one. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting used to this again. It takes a little bit of time. You actually want to have the ingot surrounded by coals because it actually, from what I remember, it heats up with the amount of adjacent coals, so this one tends to heat up the fastest, but only if it actually has coal around it. If you have one that's here and there's no coal here, it tends to heat up a lot slower than the ones in the middle. But they may have changed that. It's been a long time since that, ever since I remember that, so ugh. Oh, it shows that it's got fuel and a ceramic mold just in case something melts. Oh, that's the bad thing. I completely forgot about that one for a while. Yeah, unfortunately, I may or may not have forgotten most of this stuff. Very hot. That should be around faint red in a minute. I'll just keep them in there now. They should heat up about the same temperature, so that should be fine. And then after this, we get the anvil. Then we get to replace about a few things. And we could start with the bronze anvil, and then the bronze plates. This one's probably the longer setup, is to actually get the bronze plates to make the bloomery. But once we have the bloomery, we can actually go and get the iron-rich resources, because there's plenty of them. Especially around, I guess, around here, I think there was only a couple, but there are a few areas, and iron is probably the most abundant resource in the game. So we're not likely to run out anytime soon. Funny enough, copper is, in a sense, more abundant than iron in real life, but iron also has a lot of common ores. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it now. There you go. Gold. Hooray! I didn't want that. I want to click this. There you go. We don't need to technically do that, but it's just easier to do that. Hooray! Oh yeah, you have to have this on your back, but luckily I actually don't plan on putting it in here. I was thinking about it, but no, not really a point there. And it just returns to being a nice piece of stone. And we'll put that in there, that there. Now, should we start working on the next one? Might as well. By the way, you can burn yourself and kill yourself. Huh. I have a feeling. Okay, I'm fine. I thought I had lost some of them. There we go. I guess technically, since we're using this, don't really need to worry about that. From what I understand, it only fills up the single slot ones, but you can keep a stack in here. So we're basically working on the bronze one. We finally got our copper anvil, so that'll be the next one. We can make a metal hammer, but honestly, there's no real point other than if you're really bad at shaping metal. Yeah, you might go through a couple stone hammers, but again, stone hammers are cheaper than metal ones. Luckily, I think it needs to be orange too before it's weldable. So we have time. Next, we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place that one there. I'm just trying to keep busy and doing stuff while I'm waiting. For the most part, I think we should be good. Yeah, faint red, dark red. We'll see what temperature it actually has for welding. And you always want to give it at least 1 or 2 extra, I guess, ticks or stars after it becomes weldable, just because it tends to be easier to work with when you're doing that. Okay, so it's bright red 1. Oh, so it actually has a lower working temperature. Okay. I don't want you in there. Alright. You know, I think I might just go for 4 because it seems to be a little bit easier to maintain. And I won't have to keep messing this up. One thing I do want, however, is I'm just going to cool this one because it doesn't really matter. Seal it. Pick this up, and I actually want to put it next to this. Oh. Because I have a quiver on my back. Yeah, I'm just going to take this, and I will see you guys in the morning, apparently. Yep. Well, everything's going well at least, so that's good. Still waiting for some of these berries to show up. Did I ever check to see if these had regrown any? Doesn't look like it, and the apples should be regrowing soon. Yeah, they don't seem to have anything on them. Oh yes, and these do glow. I actually tried to remove the glowing effect, but apparently that didn't work. I'll put that there. Have that. Hooray. I'll drink some water. And we'll sleep through the night. Luckily, the, Somnia mod actually allows you to do this. It's not as fast, but this one wouldn't allow you to sleep anyway, so in a sense, you're pretty much getting what you'd expect. And I can't remember if I wanted to keep that fatigue part there, but it's useful. Not really. Fatigue bar, I kind of wish there was a better system with the Somnia mod. I honestly kind of want to remove the fatigue thing, but it doesn't really do much to remove it. The witching hour. Nope. That's not the time I want it to be, but It doesn't matter. I'll just chop trees while I wait. Or I'll be hunted by threats. And killed them promptly. There's actually quite a few things up there. Also, I remembered something about this. I can't have these wood logs here because creatures can actually jump over them and into my base or my house. I remembered that a little too late. A few times, actually. So far, nothing has gotten into this base, but on another save, I had run across a very unfortunate event. Like that one, he would have actually tried to come up and jump in. And they occasionally do get in, which is the threat there. But overall, they don't have the mental capacity to go in there as often. We can also put these in the farm. But honestly, I don't know if I'm going to do that. The hickory, we need to actually set up a very... We need to get the most out of these hickory because they're actually very valuable. And they look pretty nice. What to do? I'm just going to store these in here for now. It doesn't really matter. I'll have a fireplace or something. Something got injured for some reason. And I'm not sure exactly why. I can't place them there. Okay. Yes, I'm just going to break the gem for no reason. There we go. And where's the gem? A chipped opal. And I know that it's kind of a waste to put them there, but they're more of an entertainment than, or a decoration than anything. And eventually I'll probably have them sold or something. I'm not sure. I still haven't fully decided what I want to do with that, but people seem to want me to just... How many arrows do I have? 99. I'll throw them there. Good. People want me to just do my idea of... What is it? The market. Which honestly isn't that bad of an idea. Dawn is breaking. What time is it? Hour 4. As long as there's no threats here. And yes, this is partially hollow, but that's just to allow me to do a few things. Primarily, I can move around without too much threat of injuring myself, as I tend to do. There we go. Now let's light this back up. And yes, if you really want to do if you do want to do forging in this, it is always best to light this with a fire starter, as it is a much cheaper option than the much more expensive flint and steel. The flint and steel has a few more uses, but overall you don't want to be wasting it. The flint and steel has a better option of actually lighting a fire in the wilderness, because it's almost a guaranteed every time, I think. It's at least got a better chance. So if you're going for long distance traveling, then yes, take a flint and steel. Especially if you're going on a hunting trip. We might actually do a hunting trip at some point soon. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I do want to go plant these. Oh, my mouse has been acting a little off right now. It probably was, I was a little too far from my mouse pad. And we'll place this one here, here, here. And these don't really matter where they're placed right now because I will eventually replace them. But they're mainly there to get my little farm area up and running. And we have another one here. I think it's the plum tree, yeah. And we'll place it right here. Now those don't matter as much just because, oh well, they're just going to be a closer food source right now, but eventually they're going to be an orchard. Hooray. We should be about ready. Yeah, we can work. Can weld. I think it's bright 3 is what I wanted. 2. Kind of wish we had the bellows, but I can probably make that at some point. Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to do these 2 at a time. Come on. Weld. And weld. There we go. There we go. Unseal it. Toss that in. Cool it. Funny enough, we actually need to make all of these into bronze double ingots anyway, which is more or less going to be fun. What's going to be really fun is after turning these into bronze double ingots, I'm going to need to forge them down into bronze plates, and then I'm going to need to weld them again into bronze double plates, at which point I can make the bloomery. So in a sense, 4 ingots equals 1 double plate, and we need 8 double plates to make a bloomery. And so yeah, that's one of the reasons that the bronze is just really, really, really expensive. And I don't see why it's so expensive for that, because in reality, if I remember correctly, the bloomery is actually supposed to be made of primarily stone, but the bloomery hatch being made of bronze, taking that much bronze, I mean, you can see that 64 of those is a full block of metal, and the actual bloomery hatch is only that thick. You can see that little invisible line there. It's only that thick, so I don't see why it's that expensive. But I'm not going to complain about the development. They're working on TerraFirmaCraft 2. Don't have to worry about that. TerraFirmaCraft is pretty much done at this. Yeah, it says danger, and that at that point you really want to get that out of the inventory, otherwise you will lose it. There we go. And let's toss in 4 more. Toss in some more fuel. Luckily I don't have to worry about that too much, but yeah. And the main reason I'm making this other double ingot is because I really don't have to worry about the double ingot itself. I just need to have it melted so I can actually make the, what is it? I guess it really doesn't matter if I have 2 or more. I need to make the double ingot anyway. But yeah, we do need to make more bronze, and I do know I have some more set up. It's just I don't feel like cooking it right now because I want to get this done. This is probably one of the second biggest things, is to actually get the anvils up. And once we have the anvils, everything's fine. We'll be good. And yeah, I guess after this, we still need the bronze and we'll need the bronze anvil for a little bit after that, because we need to make the iron anvil, which is going to need to forge the bloom, or at least refine the bloom, and then make an ingot out of it. It'll be fun. But yeah, the iron sponge is primarily what we need to make with the bloomery. And that's what the bloom is. It's primarily just an iron sponge material. Think of it as steel wool, only made of iron and a lot less, what is it, a lot less fine. There we go. Weld. We're actually ready for our next anvil already. Weld. Hooray. Done. Done. I could probably take these coals out for now. I don't need to worry about them. Next. There we go. Bronze anvil. The Bronze Age. Hooray. Everything's fine. We already were in the Bronze Age, but we just didn't make the bronze. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm stuck. I can't move. Yes, I know, I know. Come on. There we go. This is actually the quicker way of moving this without having to replace your backpack. I'm just going to have it be the forest of anvils. And yes, it does cause, I think, a little bit more exertion on you because you're carrying something that's overburdening you, but it's not much of an issue. Let's eat. And we are now part of the Bronze Age. Everything's looking up for us. Now we can actually start doing something else that's fun. Where's my... yeah. I knew my stone hammer wasn't that broken yet. There we go. It's burned down. We don't have to worry about that. I'll probably have just this large pile of coal at some point. I need to dig out that other area. But yeah, now we have we've jumped 2 tiers for the anvil. So, that should do it for today's episode. So, if you enjoy watching, like and subscribe for more. Have a nice day. See you in the next episode. Bye.